And Indonesia is saying today all 113 people on board a Hercules military plane, which has crashed into a residential area, have been killed. The number's more than double the previously reported figure. Then there are also casualties on the ground, but it's still not known at this point how many. Well, this specific aircraft, an American Lockheed Hercules C-130 military transport plane, was apparently more than 50 years old. It was built in the States then back in the 1960s. The Indonesian Air Force says it's now grounded the remaining 8 Hercules aircraft in its fleet. It fell onto 2 buildings and a car, setting them ablaze. Witnesses say that before the crash, it circled several times at a very low altitude, then appeared to explode and struck a hotel and massage parlour. A military spokesman states that that plane came down soon after takeoff from a military airbase. Let's talk about this plane now a little more with aviation security expert Julian Bray. Julian, hi there. And this particular aircraft, as I was saying, was built 50 years ago now on in the US. How much could age be a factor in this tragedy if, in fact, it was well serviced along all those years?
As you say, if it was well serviced along the years, then quite frankly, 3/4 of the plane is fairly new, because every time you swap over a component, it reaches a certain expiry date and you swap it over. So all you got left there is the airframe. So they don't really know what's happened here, whether it's gone technical, whether it's an incident, whether it's an explosive or whatever. But our hearts go out to all those who have died and to their families. This is truly a shocking occurrence, and it's come down into a residential area. Now, of course, with any flight, the most critical time is the takeoff and the landing, and this apparently has happened just shortly after takeoff, and so they were just about to be switching systems, and something has gone horribly wrong.
A number of aging planes apparently given by America to Indonesia on condition they were kept in good repair, but just last April an American F-16 caught fire and nearly killed a pilot. Indonesian officials have even vowed now to stop the second-hand grant system. Should this system now of taking second-hand planes from the US be urgently reviewed by Indonesia, do you think, or is that jumping the gun?
Well, this is a worldwide situation. Old aircraft or aircraft not wanted are actually moved around the world to friendly nations, shall we say. And so it's nothing new. And of course, they've got to maintain them. They are asked to maintain the original specification. And indeed, the original manufacturers will assist local teams and train them up. So normally this isn't a problem. And if they do have a problem, then of course, they can always refer to the manufacturers or to the appointed teams to assist them in their endeavours. Now, we've also got a situation where you've got all the Black Hawk helicopters coming back from Germany and going back to the US, and they will actually be distributed, would you believe, to the National Guard. So that's going to be an interesting scenario. But the point is, these aircraft do change ownership quite often.
Julian, thanks for your thoughts. Aviation security expert there on the line from the UK, Julian Bray.